Alright, so day 5 of the journey. Today is a far relaxed day. What am I doing? I don't know, but yes, far relaxed because we're not riding. But we're going out to do something more adventurous tonight, and that is to try to do some white river rafting.
I wouldn't say this is one of those most famous water rafting spots of India. I mean, of course, you've heard of the Rishikesh, the Manali spots of river rafting. So this is not such a famous spot, but it does.
Yes, there he is. Keys? Thank you. No, thank you. So, thank you very much. And this is a tiny library that they've got. But good collection, whatever said and done. So it's hot water timings, sweet. So there is clearly no wastage of water or power. Conserve, well known. Anyway, so here I am, stepping out, taking a walk through the park, through the market, and then we headed out to some place called the Magnetic Hill, and a little up ahead would be the White River rafting, and the team is also very excited. As you can see, look at that. So here is a bunch of us exiting the Noble House. So yes, we've got our sunscreen on, and here is say hello to the gods of India. The god of India, say hello. Hello, Mr. Kawi. So yes, we're walking out into the market. The market is not as thriving as it was last evening. From the hotel to the market. This is the afternoon, the siesta time. Okay, while everyone's gearing up, getting ready to go on a white river rafting as we go in with the flow. We don't want to ever fight the nature, and it's never a good idea. So the same market that we saw yesterday. Whoa, look at that. There is not a soul. Suddenly this place looks like some major curfew has just happened. Some tension in the area? I don't think so. It's just the time for siesta. And we're taking a walk in the market. Aman, all set? All good to go? We're going to the White River rafting, right? Yes. Huh, Rahul? Okay, good. How are we going? Bike? Okay, cool. I think we have a situation. We have a situation where one of the tires have gone flat. So he's gonna go fix that. While that happens, we wait. क्या करता है अमन? One man army, huh? Full on. Multitasker. क्या नहीं करता पूछो उसे. And the best part about him, he does whatever he does without any complaint, without a oof, oh no, oh why this, why no.
And he's the one who's making everything possible.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He's the star of the ride, man. That's the deal. That's the deal, man. God bless, man. These are some beautiful people that exist and that make things happen. Another interesting trivia happens here is all the bikes from Himachal Pradesh, the bikes that we rode from Manali all the way to Leh, we have to put a stop to it. Good in a way because it gets some rest, but those bikes are not allowed to be ridden on the streets of Leh for all the obvious reasons, as you would have guessed correctly, because they don't want their market being killed by another state. Interstate rivalry, competition, or healthy competition, whatever it is that you may say, but they do not appreciate Himachal Pradesh, a different state, though from the same country, a different state vehicle entering into Leh and during the touristic ride. So that's what happens in Leh. You need to use one of the native bikes. That's your J&K registration. Hence, this is the bike. The new set of bikes would carry J&K. That's JK10 3078. HP rests while J&K rides in J&K. That's the difference between the two bikes and the two regions. There it is. And this, here's the star again. There you go.
And that behind me is the airport. Hardly looks like one, I know. Can't help it, but it is. in a small city of town of sorts, what do you really expect? What more can one expect? And even to be airlifted from here is such a boon, is such a privilege. And that's another big army cantonment. The most amazing skies you'd possibly witness. Wow, that's a make. And that's a chopper. Goes zoop, zoop, zoop. Most amazing skies in the world you'd possibly witness here in Leh. One side of the frame you find these, and adjoining that, these puffed, beautiful cumulus cloud, much like the snowflake symbolizes winter and stuff like that, which are like what you've learned to draw at an early age, that serve as a symbol of all clouds. That's the cumulus. And the adjoining one you'd find in the same frame is something like this cirrus. Cirrus is a Latin word which would actually literally translate as curl of hair, which suggests the cirrus as the thin white wispy strands of cloud. So and adjoining that is another beautiful spectacle, which is the altocumulus, if you will. Okay. Altocumulus clouds are the most common clouds at the middle atmosphere. You will recognize them by this white and grey patches of the dots in the sky. In huge, large, rounded masses, you would find them. The three different types of cloud in one single frame. An amazing nature's marvel.
This is called the magnetic hill, an illusional space.
So there is the marker. That's where people are positioning their cars, any objects. It just gives you the feeling of it coming uphill when it's actually going downhill. So that's basically the optical, illusional space, so to speak, the magnetic hill for you. Quite a bummer, I'd say, but whatever. It just seems more like God the creator, God the chef, we're in the process of making something, because it just seems like an amalgamated mix, sort of a dough-like structure. It's just got like mud, stones, limestones, rocks, boulders, everything kind of sort of mixed together. And in the process of creating something, and he just got sort of busy, he just left it unattended, and it just remained there, frozen in time ever since. Here it is as a spectacle. Wow. In for some serious adventure, if you will. The nomenclature, the word India, is derived from the Indus River. In ancient times, India initially referred to those regions immediately along the east bank of the Indus. But by 300 BC, the Greek writers, including the Herodotus and the Megasthenes, were applying the term to the entire subcontinent that extends much further eastward. Isn't that a little too much for us to be actually riding along this mighty historical river? Just getting nostalgic, but it's extremely, extremely overwhelmed. This is mesmerizing. Oh my God, here it is. It only just gets better and better and even better. So, what can I say? So essentially, from a class 1 to class 6, I would grade this somewhere in the class 3 range, because this class 3 essentially means small waves, maybe a small drop here and there, but no considerable danger. I per se am not a swimmer. I can't call myself a good swimmer. I can just about manage to stay afloat. So I'm a little paranoid, I'm a little nervous, a lot of anxiety floating in, but I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm not going to freak out, I'm not going to freak anybody else around. Alright, so let's get going. Let's go. Boom. It is a dangerous sport. I know what I'm getting into, but we all have been asked to sign a waiver, which essentially means anything that happens to you along this course of the river rafting, you and you alone are solely responsible for this. Man, I wasn't this scared until I read this. but I'm not going to show this. I'm going to put up a brave fight. I'm not going to make an ass of myself. I'm not much of a swimmer. I can just about stay afloat. Deep down, if you ask me, I am sort of anxious and mixed feelings at this point of time. So our instructor right here, he sort of gave us a lot of gyan, okay, in all of 5 to 7 minutes. There's another act of balance, from all of the bike riding balance act to some super balancing act in the water. Need I try more? So essentially this is Nimo as a village in Leh district of Jammu and Kashmir, and it is located at the Leh Tehsil in the southeast of Ladakh region, 35 km from Leh. Yes, that's correct. Nimo is a stop for river rafting groups. We've just got ourselves the suit, which is the wet suit, which essentially is supposed to keep your body warm. It's not supposed to do anything much. It will still be getting wet, but it's supposed to keep you warm inside. This is a must-have when you're going into sub-zero degrees. And this is the Indus River, the famous Indus River we've been riding along. These river rafting adventures of sorts sort of contribute to the economy of the state. So due to such hard climate and extreme weather conditions, this area has very little vegetation cover. It's a good breather for us, I must say. I'm going to give it a go. We go with the flow. Some balancing act on the road to some super balancing act in the water. Could I have asked for more? No way.
It was cold.
Yes, so that is basically the rest and recover day, and here is the confluence of the Indus and the Zanskar River. Spectacular spot, I must say, where the earth meets the sky. It is nestled in the midst of mighty ancient mountains and is the confluence of two most beautiful rivers. Mesmerizing experiences to watch the grey brownish colored water of Indus River merge into the white waters of the Zanskar River. And then they flow together in order to join the Arabian Sea. This was a ride in the choppy waters of the Indus River. Come out of it soaking wet. It's actually a very, very pleasant experience. So here I am, initially very afraid of drowning, which isn't to say that I think I'm the bravest person to ever walk the earth by any means, no. But I do think that a person has to work to overcome their fears, and that to me is a form of earning. Well, something. Not sure what exactly, but yeah. In my case, I love this experience and how it made me think. Therefore, all I have to say is, fear not, my friends of dreaming. As I return back after a long, exhausting day, but absolutely thrilled by the ride, a ride of a different kind.